Okay, this is 8.4 diamond method for factoring. This is not in your textbook. This is just a different way that I feel will be easier for you to learn how to factor these. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find where the points will cross on the x-axis if we were to go and graph these. So we've got x squared plus 5x plus 6. So as we've learned before, if you've got x to the second power, you are going to get a parabola, that U shape. So we're trying to find exactly where on the x-axis those points are going to cross, and those are called our zeros. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify A, B, and C here. So we want to make sure that our problem is in order according to the highest degree. So this is x squared, so that's to the second power, plus 5x, which is to the first power, plus 6. So A is the number that's in front of the x, which if there's no number there, it is a 1. So A is 1. B is the number in front of the x here, so B is 5. And C is your constant term, so C is 6. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to factor the last number here, so 6. So we're going to list all the numbers that multiply to give us 6. So 1 times 6, 2 times 3. So we're going to then put our B on the top of our diamond, which B is 5. So we're going to put a 5 here. At the bottom of our diamond, we're going to multiply our A and our C together. So 1 times 6 is 6. Then, using our factors, we need to see what is going to add to give us 5 and then multiply together to give us 6. So if I put a 1 and a 6 here, 1 and 6, well, I could say that 6 minus 1 would give me 5, so I would have to make that guy a negative. But does negative 1 times 6 give me a positive 6? No, so those are not our numbers. Those are not our factors that would go there. 2 and 3. Well, 2 plus 3 gives us 5, and 2 times 3 gives us 6. So those are our factors. So then you divide both of these factors by your A. Well, if A is just 1, anything divided by 1 is itself, so I don't necessarily need to put divided by 1 here. So I'm just going to skip that. So my factors are 2 and 3. So the way that we write this then is x plus 2 and x plus 3. So those are our factors. Then to find our zeros, you set each of your factors equal to 0 and solve that equation. So x plus 2 equals 0 and x plus 3 equals 0. So if we subtract 2 on both sides, we get x is equal to negative 2. If we subtract 3 on both sides, x is equal to negative 3. And then we could go through and check ourselves to make sure that these truly are our factors, and we'll multiply back to give us this by using the box method, which we actually did earlier this year. So if we set up our box and put one of our factors on the top, so x plus 2, one of our factors along the side, x plus 3, x times x gives me x squared. 3 times x 3x, x times 2, 2x, and 3 times 2, 6. Then if we combined our like terms, same variable to same power, 3x and 2x, that adds up to give me our 5x. X squared matches here, and our 6 matches here. So we know we got the answer correct. It checks out just fine. Okay. Do the next one together. So our A is 1 again. B, negative 11. And C, 18. Okay, so we're going to factor our 18. So 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. We're going to put our B on the top of our diamond, so negative 11. A times C on the bottom, so 1 times 18 is 18. Okay, now we're going to see which of our factors will add to give us negative 11 and multiply to give us 18. So if I put 1 and 18 here, is there any way I can get a negative 11 by adding or subtracting them together? No, so we move on. 2 and 9. Well, 2 plus 9 is positive 11. 2 minus 9, that's negative 7. 9 minus 2, that's positive 7. But then what if I make them both negative? Negative 2, negative 9. Adds up to give me negative 11. Multiplies to give me a positive 18. Then you divide your factors by your A, but if A is 1, you don't need to show that because you're just going to get right back to itself again. So now we can write our two factors, x minus 2 and x minus 9. Those are our factors. To find our 0, set each of your factors up equal to 0. So x minus 2 equals 0 and x minus 9 equals 0. Add 2 on both sides. X is equal to 2. Add 9 on both sides. X is equal to 9. And we should probably box in our answers here. And then put it into our box method to double check ourselves. So x minus 2, x minus 9. X times x, x squared. Negative 9 times x, negative 9x. Negative 2 times x, negative 2x. Negative 9 times negative 2, positive 18. Combined our like terms. Negative 9 minus 2x gives us the negative 11x in the middle. X squared matches, and positive 18 matches. So we know we got that correct. Okay, now let me flip to where there is a number in front of our x.